Coach, if you want to open with just a general comment on the game.
First off, just what a great basketball game. And I know this sounds cliche, but Tennessee Martin is such a good basketball team. They're such a well-coached team. So much respect for Coach McMillan and what they do. They have the type of program that we aspire to build here at Morehead. And, you know, we're just extremely grateful and excited that we were able to come out on top. And just simply stated, I'm beyond proud of our team. Our identity all year has become a team that just continues to fight and never give up. You know, we've lost quite a few close games. We've gotten down really big in games, and we've never quit, and we've always fought back and showed that resolve. And so to see that come out on the positive end for us is a huge step moving forward for our program.
During the regular season, you lost twice to that team, both times for double figures at home and on the road.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference playing them at a neutral site, and how did you turn that around?
You know, like I talked about getting down, you know, at third place, I believe we got down 16 in the first half, came back and was leading at halftime, and then kind of ran out of gas the third quarter. At our place, I believe we got down 25 or 26, then came back and won the second half. And so we were able to identify, obviously, how they win and what we gave up and what hurt us. And so I thought just the recognition of our girls and the buy-in to apply the scouting report, and by no means am I taking credit for anything with the scout. I'm saying, like, we know their strengths, and the girls did a phenomenal job of applying and executing that scout. But to answer your question, we were able to play a full 40 minutes. When you think?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tired. Whew.
Lynn had 13 points, 10 assists, 4 steals. Talk a little bit about her court vision.
San is just a tremendous point guard, pass-first mentality creator. She is the motor that makes our team go. You know, she puts us on her back. She might not always score, but her ability to get downhill and cause a secondary defender to rotate and help her. She recognizes who stops me and is able to facilitate. And so I thought second half especially, you know, she did a great job punching that paint and getting the middle of that zone to help over and getting those drop-offs to Sophie Benaruga.
All right, let me talk, have you talk just a little bit about how detrimental to the, let me ask the two players because they were out there, you were on the sideline. How detrimental was it, how tough was it to have Benaruga sitting on the bench for almost half of the game with the foul trouble, and then how big was it for her to come in when you guys were down, I think 10, and score 3 consecutive baskets?
It was really tough. Ben helps us a lot. She's a great player. She's a great scorer, defender. And, you know, we had a little trouble with the fouls in the first half, but Ben is selfless, so she didn't let that get to her head. So when she came back in, she did a really good job helping us.
But how, I mean, again, Sophie's a phenomenal player, but how about the girls that, Arola,
Yes.
Jaden, those guys, you know, they're freshmen. They're coming in and they're playing critical minutes in a Division I postseason game and getting stops and getting buckets and just a great team win all the way around.
Talk a little bit about what it was like on the bench. Was it a little bit of chaos because you knew you had some foul trouble and you couldn't just go with your lineup? Like you just said, you were pulling people from the far down on the bench. And you go in for a little while, you go in for a little while. Does that disrupt play for you guys when you're on the floor and you have different people out there?
No, because we know our rules and we know that we have to get the job done. So being in foul trouble, we already know that, yes, these people are going for defense. And when they get it done, we are coming for offense because we really want to win today. And
Buying into the vision, that's selfless, right?
Yes.
You know, we talk about, you know, we want, what we want to pride ourselves in is being selfless for each other. And so there was a couple of times that somebody went in for 3 seconds because they had to get a stop, so she didn't get her 5th foul, or Sophie Ben didn't get her 5th foul, so they could come down and play offense, you know. And so just beyond proud of our entire team for their selflessness.
Was it a very physical game out there? They were on the body defensively. Did you guys think it was?
It was very
a
physical.
Very physical.
Yes.
Game. Very.
Yeah, they're a great team, and
Equal fouls, 19-19. I thought the officiating was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, at first I thought it was a little touchy, you know, but they were consistent down the stretch, and I thought that our girls did a great job after halftime. Once we adjusted to the style that the game was going to be called, I thought we did a great job getting our bodies into their defenders and finishing through contact or getting to the free throw line. But what a great basketball game. I mean, I'm so glad we came out on top, but that's fun, right? March Madness.
Got one more. Talk about Veronica first and then Hallie players, and then Coach, you can kind of talk on this. Talk about being able to beat that zone defense and what you really had to do. You guys really first off were beating it and getting layups and everything, then they kind of turned up that pressure and you were having to adjust a little bit. But talk about penetrating, getting in there, doing the things you could do to beat that defense.
I'll go first. They're a big team. They're long, so our penetrations and our passes, moving the ball, really helped other players get open, and we had to realize that that's how we were going to score, moving the ball fast, and we got people open. We got the dump-ins, the foul called inside the paint. So really the key was getting in the paint, moving the ball.
Exactly. Driving, and we'll stop you, then making the extra pass.
Yep.
14 assists on 26 made baskets means we're really sharing the basketball. So another thing that we pride ourselves in, we try to not what we call play 1-on-5 basketball. We try to use somebody else to get shots for each other.